And new TV show spoiler review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg, and today we're talking about Skeleton Crew, episode 7. We're going to be in so much trouble. The brand new episode debuted last night, so I'm here to break down the episode, give my spoiler thoughts on the show, and let you know some thoughts for the season finale next week. So my name is Max Dinnenberg. Welcome back to Max Talks Movies, excuse me. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie and TV show reviews, box office breakdown shows, movie franchise rankings, and out of theater reactions. So please subscribe, ring the bell, comment down below. What are your thoughts on Skeleton Crew episode 7? This is one of your favorite, least favorite episodes. Any thoughts on the finale? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, please hit that thumbs up button. So, as I've said, at the moment, Skeleton Crew has been one of my favorite Star Wars shows since the live action shows, and I think it's been really just a blast to watch on Disney Plus over the last month and a half. And I'll say this: Episode 7 was not one of my favorite episodes of Skeleton Crew, but I still had a good time watching the show. This is a very easy watch that has enjoyable characters that I have. The world is really interesting. The pirate element of it is great. I don't think this hit the emotional beats that, especially the last 3 or 4 episodes, hit for me. But I'll say I just thoroughly, just really enjoyed this episode of Skeleton Crew. So in this episode, it seems like everything is fine as the kids obviously escaped what happened last week, and they're on their way to board the Onyx Cinder on the way to Ad Atten. But at the same time, this basically becomes a Jude Law episode here, where obviously his character is trying to make sure that they finally find Ad Atten, but they realize Jod and the other crew that with Brutus's crew that they can't make their way through Ad Atten with there's some shield penetration. The only ship that can make it through the key is the Onyx Cinder. So that's when the kids come out of hyperspace. They think they're going to be okay, and that's when Jod intercepts them. And it seems like they captured Brutus, but Jod kills Brutus in cold blood in front of everyone, including the kids. And this is where Jod takes over the Onyx Cinder with the help of SM-33. And we get so at the beginning of the episode, the parents of the kids who've been trying to get this message out to their kids throughout the entire show finally do get their message out. They sacrifice getting tasered basically. And it's Carrie Condon's character, who's the mother of Fern, who gets the message up, and we actually see the message. It was definitely, I thought, actually pretty emotionally. It worked on an emotional level. Each of the parents, you had, KB's 2 parents. You had obviously Carrie Condon's character, Wim's dad. Again, I find everything with Neil very interesting and adorable. And when Neil's mom was like, Neil's, your brother did this, but the only thing that he's missing in his life right now is his baby brother or something, whatever she said. And it was hilarious, emotional. It was a very acute scene. But obviously, Jod sees this, and they know that there's somehow they can get inside, and that's with the Onyx Cinder. But using some pirate code lore things, Fern gets SM-33 back on their side. He leads them into Ad Atten, and it seems like, again, all is good again. But actually, Jod actually hung around on that ship, and he's the only one of the crew on the Onyx Cinder with the kids. He kills, at least for now, SM-33 with that lightsaber, which was a really good twist towards the end of the episode. And he is called as like an embassy, like a public embassy or something like that. So him and the kids are lowered down, and Jod sees all of the treasure, and it is like a gigantic room of treasure. And he was like, how much of it? He said we have like 1,200 rooms of things just like this. He's swimming in gold. The parents do come down. So they get their kind of reuniting scene with their kids, but it doesn't seem great because now Josh feels to be in control. Now, as of now, we still don't know who the supervisor is. We hear the voice of the supervisor towards the end of the episode, but I couldn't, at least on my end, even couldn't detect or even place a theory on who it's going to be. I still think the banking clan element could be a thing. So it could be something with the banking clan as pertains to like the prequel era of Star Wars. and as I, yeah, and I just really enjoyed this episode. It was a blast. I don't think it reached the emotional again depth and emotional range of the last, I would say, 3 episodes of Skeleton Crew. But I love the show. I'm enjoying the show. I love the 4 kids. I think Jude Law was a really good addition to the show. Now, my only thing I would say for Jod's character is outside of just being a pirate and wanting money. I, you know, I hope and I assume they're going to really explore his character because obviously he's force sensitive, and I really hope, unlike most Disney Plus shows, that they don't leave too much on the cutting room floor for a season 2. Acolytes last episode was all about setting up a season 2, and obviously they did not get a season 2. So hopefully John Watson crew did not just save a lot of stuff hoping for a season 2, while obviously Skeleton Crew has not been renewed or canceled at this point. So we shall see. John Watts, who created the show, is back in the director's chair for the second time this season with the finale episode next week. So I am expecting big things, especially with Jod's character. Do we learn more about him? Is he a former Jedi? Is he just force sensitive? Who is the true supervisor? And what is the plans of AT-AT? And does the show even hint at a season 2, or does this just be a full, wrapping up the show in a nice bow? I'm very excited, interested in the future of the show. I've been someone who's been banging the table saying how much I've just really enjoyed Skeleton Crew. So if you've seen the show, if you've seen this episode, let me know in the comments section. What are your thoughts on Skeleton Crew episode 7? Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week talking about the season finale of Skeleton Crew.